All right. So, Alekbar, I received your homework, and I'll just show
Yeah.
you. Um, let me have a look first. All right. Homework 5, exercise 5G, 5H, 5I. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Alekbar, and also this file name. Can you see your file name? It is Cam Scanner 1123.
Yeah.
Before sending your homework, and also can you rename your file? Okay, like for example, what homework is it? Let's say this A5, A5 Al Akbar. Okay,
Okay.
A5, and after that write your name, so I don't have to change the file name, and I'll just put this in your folder. Okay, good.
Okay, I can understand.
Okay, so it is 9:03. We can start. Maybe other students will be a bit late, or I don't know. Uh, good. Celine. All right. All right. Alakbar, let's start then. Also, Celine is here. Maybe Ibrahim, I don't know, he will join today or not. Okay. Alakbar, once again, let's just quickly have a look what we have actually done so far. Maybe you missed some classes. And we are just actually following topics step by step, okay? The first one, it was about factors and multiples. And the second one is about integers. And third one, rational numbers. Chapter 4, estimation and approximation. Maybe some question I just gave you as a homework, but we didn't practice together here. And the 5, it was fundamental algebra. And last time we talked about number sequence, right? So today we are going to talk about algebraic equations and simple inequalities. And that is the fundamental concepts. How do we solve algebraic equations? But particularly here, we are going to see how to solve linear equations, okay? So
Okay.
now we will focus on linear equations. Celine, are you there? Celine? Okay. What we have here in this chapter, we are going to learn how to solve simple algebraic equations. That is our goal here, our purpose here, the most important thing. That is how we are going to solve, how we should solve algebraic equations. And also we will learn how to construct simple linear equations from given situations and solve these equations. That is a little bit challenging, maybe if you have never done this before, because here you are learning everything in English. That's not your first language. And understanding a problem, and after that converting this into algebraic equation is a little bit challenging task, but as we practice more and more it gets easier and easier. And at the end of this chapter we have just a few examples about simple inequalities, and then maybe later we will learn more about solving inequalities. Okay, all right. Celine, are you there? Now she's connecting. Alekbar, can you read the first paragraph? Let's just do a few examples until Selen gets connected.
Hello.
Hi, Selen, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. We have just started, Selen, and today we are going to talk about algebraic equations. And today we will talk about how to solve linear equations. And we have linear inequalities, and we will solve problems involving linear equations. But first, at the beginning, let's just have a look. Actually, in math, solving equation, what do we mean by this? And maybe sometimes we just, if I give you an equation, immediately you can solve this. But what we are going to do, what we are doing actually by solving the equations, we'll talk about this. Selen, can you read the first sentence?
Consider the following sentences and state whether each of them is true or false. 9 is greater than 7, false. Wait, true. 7 is a factor of 49, true. 7 plus 5 is 13, false. And the capital city of Turkey is Istanbul, true.
True or false?
The D is true.
The capital city of Turkey is Ankara, right? Not Istanbul.
Oh.
Okay. Istanbul, it was before, it was a capital city. Now it's a kind of business center. The capital city is Ankara. Anyway, here, these are not the questions, Selin and Alekbar. Here, what I just said, for example, question A, 9 is greater than 7. Immediately, right, Selin, you are saying that it is true or it is false, right? And 7 plus 5 equals 13. Immediately, you can say that it is false, right? And how about the other sentence? Now, consider the following sentence. 7 plus the symbol equals 13. Now, can you say it is true or false? We don't know, right? Why we don't know? Because here, we don't know actually that symbol, right? It stands for what? The question asks, okay, what is the value of that thing, right? Now I ask you, okay, what number makes this sentence or this equation true? Now you say that, okay, if I put, for example, 6 for this symbol, then it will be true, right? How about this third one? 3 is a factor of triangle. Is it true or false? We cannot say this true or false, right? Actually, that is, we need that question asked, what is this? What is this triangle? And if I ask, okay, if I write here, let's say it is 9, if it is 9, then it is true. G, Phi is the capital of Thailand. And again, you just said, okay, what is this Phi? It is Istanbul or Baku or Tashkent, right? So we don't know. Actually, solving equation means the same thing like this, right? If I ask you 2 times x is equal to, for example, let's say 8. Is it true or false? Now you just answer me, okay, Mr. Carson, okay, what is this x? So now if I ask you what value of x makes this sentence or this equation true, or this statement true, you say that, okay, this x equals 4 makes this statement true, right? Actually, then we call this the solution of this equation, okay? So solving equation, actually, we are looking for something that makes the statement true, right? So that actually, that is the meaning of solving an equation. So we have to find such a number. When we substitute and evaluate, it must be a true statement. That is called the solution. Now here, we will actually learn how to find the solution. Now we will start with very basic equations. So an open mathematical sentence which contains an equal sign is called an equation. The following are some simple equations. So here we are saying that open, right? Mathematical sentence. What do we mean by open? You cannot say it is true or false. If I say 5 is a factor of 25, it is a closed sentence. It's not an open sentence because already I can say it is true or false. How about this one? X minus 5 equals 7. Now, what is x? Can I say true or false? I can't say this, right? It depends on the value of x. So that is an equation. 2x plus 7 equals 26. Again, I can say it is true or false. It depends on the value of this x. That's why it is open sentence, and this is called an equation. And also similar thing, that's also equation, and that's also equation. To solve an equation means to find the value of the unknown so that the equation becomes a true or correct sentence. So the value found is called the solution. Okay, so we are going to see here mathematical sentences. So finding the right number number that makes the sentence or the equation true or correct, that's called the solution. Okay, actually, you know this thing, so just one more time. What does X stand for? Okay, Alekbar, maybe these questions may be very easy for you. Once again, here, why am I teaching one by one? So that you should get used to learn this in English, all right? Maybe you know this, maybe you don't know this, but here, this is intensive course. Maybe in school, you will learn this maybe 2-3 weeks, but we will cover this chapter maybe in 3 hours. But here, again, you try to understand everything in English, all right? So x plus 5 equals 11. So what does x stand for? If this one is true, then what is x here? X equals 6, because 6 plus 5 equals 11. So 6 makes this sentence a true sentence, right? Or it makes this equation correct. How about here? What number minus 6 equals 14? Okay, so here 20 minus 6, 14. Here this x is equal to 20. These are very simple examples. Of course, a lot of equations, just by guessing or looking at the equation, we cannot solve this. So we have to develop some technique or method how to solve them. So now today we will learn very simple method to solve linear equations. Another one, what does x stand for here? That means as 3 times what number equals 18 here? Okay, then I know that it is 6, because 3 times 6 equals 18. That is the solution. And how about B? X is divided by 5, 7. What number is divided by 5 equals 7? Here I know that that is 35. 35 is divided by 5 is equal to 7, right? So these are the solutions of these equations. Now, again, solving equation means we are going to use this method. Assume that here we are actually solving this equation. What is it? Here we have 3x equals 4 plus x. So we can just imagine we have a kind of scale, right? In the scale, for example, if it is balanced, if you put the same weight on both plates, for example, still it remains balanced, right? It doesn't change. So as here, 3x plus equals 4 plus x. On the right hand side, we have 4 and x. On the right hand side, we have 3 x's, right? As here, we have maybe 3 blocks. The weight of each block is x, maybe kg or grams or something. Now first, as you see here, I'm just putting the same weight on both plates. Here we have 3 and here we have 3. Now what we have here, that means that adding 3 to both sides of the equation, right? Or also I can remove x, for example, and also remove x, all right? So as you see here, if you're given the equation, you must have already known this. We can add the same number to both sides. We can subtract the same numbers from this both sides, right? We can divide both sides by the same number. We can multiply both sides by the same number. So it does not change the solution of the equation. It means like that. For example, let's say we are given some kind of equation. Let's say A equals B. I know this is equal to B. So here, if I just add the same number to both sides, nothing changes. Here we have A plus C equals B plus C. And also if we subtract the same number from both sides, A minus C equals B minus C. We can multiply both sides by the same number, A times C, B times C. Or we can divide both sides by a non-zero number, A over D equals B over D. Of course, here D is not equal to 0. These are very simple rules, but in solving every equation, we are using these simple rules, okay? Anyway, so now we will actually use those rules to solve this equation. Alekba, let's start with you. A,
Yeah.
what is x?
11.
Okay, first, let's just tell me one step, and after that, tell me the answer, okay? So here, I can subtract 3 from both sides. Now here we have 14 minus 3. Dot, dot, dot. What is x here? It is 11. How about b? Y
Mm,
equals
13.
8
13.
plus 5, right? Let's just first show our work, and after that, the solution of this equation is 13. And how about C? Ibrahim, are you ready? Okay. Here we have 5 times x equals 25. What is x, Ibrahim?
X 25 divided by 5.
Okay, so dot, dot, dot. I can just simplify now. That's equal to 5. And how about D? How can we eliminate 1 over 3 from left-hand side? Multiply, right? Both sides by 3. So I'm just multiplying both sides by 3. Nothing changed. 3 and 1 over 3. Actually, we call them reciprocals of each other. So that is y is equal to 12. All right. These are just warm-up examples. Selin, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Selin, now I know, guys, you can solve this, but just tell me the steps, okay? The step 1, what should we do? Step 2, what should we do here? And we can write the solution. Okay, what is the first step?
8 minus 2.
So we should remove this 2 from the left-hand side, right? That's 3x equals 8 minus 2. And next step?
So it will be 6. So 3x equals to 6.
Yeah, divide both sides by 3, right?
So
Next step,
3
because
by
we had eliminate.
2.
So that's x equals 6 over 3, which is equal to 2. So dot, dot, dot. The solution of this equation is 2. If you check this, 3 times 2, it is 6. 6 plus 2 equals 8. That is a correct. As you see here, this 2 makes this equation a correct one. How about B?
13 plus 3. It will be 16. So 4a equals
13
to
plus
16.
3. So what is A? 16 over 4, which is equal to 4. All right. Next. Ibrahim, your turn. Tell me, what is the first step?
Yes. So
So we should eliminate 8.3, right? The constant from the left-hand side. So to do this, we should subtract 8.3 from both sides. Okay, here we have minus 3x left. Here we have 2.6 minus 8.3. So minus 3x. What is 2.6 minus 8.3?
yes.
What is 2.6 minus 8.3?
Yes, a negative 6.3.
6.3 or 5.7?
No, 6 point.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think it's 5.7.
Why?
Because 5.7 plus 2.6, 5 plus 2, 5. 2 plus 5, 7. 6 plus 7, it is 13, right? It is 83.
Oh.
So now x equals minus 5.7 over negative 3, which is equal to 1.9. Dot, dot, dot. The solution of this equation is 1.9. How about B? Alekbar, can you do this? What is the first step here?
Okay. Now 6y minus 9.
Okay, we should expand this, right? First, let's expand this. Also, without doing this, we can do this. Okay, let's just do this in your way. 3 times 2y, it is 6y minus 9 equals 9, right?
9. Yeah.
Now, take 9 to the right-hand side or add 9 to both sides. So here we have 6y. Negative 9 plus 9 is 0. 9 plus 9, it is 18. So we know that y equals 18
3.
over 6. That's equal to 3. Dot, dot, dot. The solution of this equation is 3. All right. Next, Selin. Selin, here, I know you can solve this, but just tell me how actually you describe the solution, okay? and tell me the steps by step. In the first step, we should
Can
do
you
this.
repeat?
Second step, we should do this, okay?
Can I do B, please?
You want to do B?
Yes, please.
Okay. So in A, on the left, we have unknowns, and constant on the right, we have unknowns, right? So take this 3x to the left. So here we have 5x minus 3x. Now here we have negative 7 left. Take 3 to the right-hand side, minus 3, because we know that taking means actually subtracting 3 from both sides, right? 5x minus 3x, it is 2x. Negative 7 minus 3, it is negative 10. So now we should divide both sides by 2. On the left-hand side, we have x, negative 10 over 2, it is negative 5. So that is the solution. Okay, Salen.
So first we need to expand the brackets.
Okay.
It will be 5x plus 15 plus 2x plus 2 will be 5 minus 4x. Then 5x plus 2x.
We should simplify the left-hand side, right? Every step in math, we try to simplify, then move to the next step.
It will
Okay,
be
so let's
7x
7x
plus 17.
Okay.
Will be 5 minus 4x. Then we need to 17 minus 5. I think
Okay,
so.
first take the unknown to the left, right? So it is plus 4x. And constants to the right. Usually we just keep unknowns on the left and the constants on the right. So it is 5 minus 17. And continue.
So 7 plus 4 will be 11.
11x.
X will be 5 minus 17 minus 12.
Okay. Dot, dot, dot. What is x?
Minus 1 or 1.
Huh?
Minus 1.
12 over 11.
12 minus 11, 1. Oh.
Right?
I kind of didn't understand.
No. What is minus 12 over 11? On the left, we have 11, right? On the right, we have 12. Selen, did you say 12 over 11 or did you say negative 1?
I said negative 1.
Why?
But I kind of didn't understand why you did a fraction.
Okay, but what do you mean negative? You mean negative 1 and 1 over 11? Did you mean to say
No,
this?
no, I want to say just negative 1 and that's
Why?
it. I don't know.
Because here 11, negative 12, right? The answer is if you divide both sides by 11, negative 12 over 11. Or that's a mixed number. Let's just change this into, or actually improper fraction. Change this into mixed number. So that's minus 1 and 1 over 11. Okay, so Ibrahim, that's your turn. As you see here, on the left, we have one fraction. On the right, we have one fraction. How do you solve this kind of equations? No, what should we do in the first step here?
First we do x minus 1 or
In this kind of questions, I like where on the left we have one fraction, on the right we have one fraction. We need to cross multiply. Cross multiply.
cross multiply.
Cross multiply means 7 goes here, 3 goes here. Actually, that means that we are just multiplying both sides by least common multiple of 7 and 3 and 7, right? It's the same thing. So the fastest way is just cross multiply. So that is 7 times x minus 1 equals 3 times 2x plus 5. Now we have to expand both sides. On the left, we have 7x minus 7. On the right, we have 6x plus 15. So here we have 7x. Here we have unknown 6x. Take to the left-hand side, minus 6x because it changes sign. Here we have 15. Negative 7. Take to the right-hand side. It is plus 7. 7x minus 6x, that is x. 15 plus 7, that is 22. So that is the solution of this equation. I mean, here I'm trying to show you different methods for solving different equations. Let's continue. Sally, can you do this?
Yes. So 4 out of 5 x minus 1 out of 5. I don't know how to say.
Selim, when we are doing this, can we also first, as you see here, we have mixed numbers. That's a mixed number. This one is fraction, mixed number, mixed number. You know what we mean by mixed number, right? Mixed number is like this, right? A, C over B, because it has whole part and also it has fraction part. So in math, we call this mixed number, right? So now let's change them into improper fraction. You know how to change, right? A times B and add C. So here the first one
so
is
5 by 1 will be 5. 5 minus 4 will be 1.
So it is 9 over 5x minus 3 over 5 equals, here we have 6 over 5x plus 10 times 5, 50, 51 over 5. Okay, now I can take this x to the left-hand side, 9x over 5 minus 6x over 5. I think you understand this one, right? 9 over 5 times x. That means 9 over 5 times x over 1. X means x over 1. 9 times x, it is 9x. 5 times 1, it is 5, 1. I mean, just 5. So I can just write this fraction in this form. Equals, on the right, we have 51 over 5 plus, because it's minus 3 over 5, take to the right-hand side, it becomes plus 3 over 5. So actually, all denominators are the same. Just we need to simplify this. 9x minus 6x, it is 3x over 5 equals 51 plus 3, 54 over 5. So now, again, I can multiply both sides by 5, right? It doesn't change anything. I mean, multiplying both sides by a constant number does not change the solution of the equation. So here, we have 3x equals, here we have 54. Now 3 times x equals 54. What is x? 54 is divided by 3, which is equal to 18. Dot, dot, dot. The solution of this equation is 18. Okay, I mean, step by step, also in your tests, if you can do like this, it will be great, because usually in international exams, always in the on the cover page, when actually they express the rules and regulations of the exam, they always say show all your work. That means this, okay, you need to show your steps. Okay, I mean, you need to show or provide sufficient steps to justify your answer. Otherwise, they may deduct some point, or you may not get full point for your solution. Ibrahim, is it okay? All right, let's continue. Alekbar, are you there? You do A, Ibrahim will do B.
Okay. Nice.
So this 4 means, Ibrahim, it is 4 over 1, right? We can just write it as 4 over 1. So on the left, we have one fraction. On the right, we have one fraction. What should we do here? Cross multiply again, right? So this 1 goes here. 8 times 1, it is 8. On the right-hand side, we have 4 times 2x minus 3. Now let's expand the right hand side. Here we have 8. 4 times 2, 8. X minus 4 times 3, it is 12. Take negative 12 to the left hand side. 8 plus 12 equals 8x. I'll just use this one. If a equals b, that means that b equals a, right? So that means I can just write this 8x on the left. 8x equals 8 plus 12, it is 20. 20. So if we divide both sides by x, I mean 8, 20 over 8. So we can simplify this fraction, right? 20 is divisible by 4 and 8 is divisible by 4. That's equal to 5 over 2. Or mixed form, it is 2.5. 5 over 2 means 2.5. Dot, dot, dot. The solution of this equation is 2.5. Okay, Selin, how about B? Selin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I think 2 plus 3 or multiply.
You should cross multiply again, right? So the expression in the denominators, they go up, right? This 5 goes to the left, x plus 4 goes to the right. So here we have 5, x minus 3 equals 2, x plus 4. Okay, now quickly, can you expand them? And
5x minus 15 will be 2x plus 8.
okay,
Now 5x minus 2x, I think so, and minus 15 plus 8.
all right. Next,
It will be 3x equals to 28. Wait, 8 God was 23.
okay. Then what is x?
23.
23 over 3, right? Selin, can you change this into mixed number? That is improper fraction, right? Because if numerator is greater than denominator, we call this improper fraction. So usually if it is improper, we have to change this into mixed number. So how many 3's do we have in 23? I can write it as 21 plus 2 over 3. 21 over 3, that is 7. And here we have 2 over 3. Okay? Ibrahim Al-Akbar, Selin, 3-minute break, okay? Only 3 minutes. And after that, we will continue. All right? 3-minute break.
Okay.
Okay. Ibrahim Al-Akbar, Selin, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Selin, can you read this and let me know if you understand anything?
The Romans didn't find algebra very challenging because x was always 10.
What does it mean?
Oh, from the, like, they had their own, how to say, numbers. For example, x1 was like 6 and etc. I think so.
Actually, in Roman numbers, right? Here we have this one is 1, and that is 2,
Yes, I want
and
to
that's
show
3,
this.
right? And continue, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and that is 10. And what is 10? Actually, that is x. And usually in solving equations, you will see that in grade 7, 8, 9, even when you go to a university, right? In most problems, when we are solving equation, we use this x to denote the unknown, right? And we try to find the value of x. And here, there's a kind of joke here. It says that x is always 10 here. You don't have to find its value. And that's why it was so easy for Romans, because these are Roman numbers. Of course, just a joke. Okay, guys, let's continue now. These are just basic idea. I mean, the fundamental, how to say, methods to solve linear equations. But you will see that we will use these ideas a lot to solve even more challenging questions. Okay, I'm closing this. All right. Let's continue. 20 more minutes and we will finish the class. Maybe 50 more minutes. Algebraic equations and simple inequalities. We will continue learning about this stuff. So what is next here? We will talk about a formula. Okay, as you know, actually in math, in physics, in chemistry, we have a lot of formulas, right? In general, in science, we have to deal with a lot of formula. So what is formula? Ibrahim, read the first one. Selin will read the second one. Al-Akbar, the third one.
A formula expresses a rule in algebraic terms. It uses variables to write instructions performing a calculation. And for
Okay.
example,
Selin, Akbar, wait, Selin.
For example, to find the area of a rectangle, we use the formula A equals to L by width, length by width will be LB. We have used the letter A to represent the area, L for the length, and B for the breadth. This is an algebraic expression for the rule.
Okay, Al-Akbar.
In words, this rule can be written as the area of a rectangle is equal to the product of its length of breathing.
Length and breadth. Okay. And once again, you know, I just want to say this. We have a word to equal something. Okay. It's a verb. This one is a verb. Or also we can just write it as is or to be equal to something. Okay. But if you're using this as a verb, we don't say to. We don't use to with equal. For example, A equals B, for example. Or A plus B equals C. Okay, we don't say equals to. Or another way, you can just say that, for example, A is equal to B. A plus B is equal to C. Okay. I mean, a lot of students just use when they use equal as a verb, and also they use to. But if you use with to, it is wrong. When you just use as a verb, you should not use. I mean, you should not add to. Just that is equal to something. That equals something. Okay. Anyway, guys, here formula, we have a lot of formula. For example, let's say if you're talking about a trapezium, for example, or trapezoid, trapezium, the same thing in the USA, they say trapezoid, in UK, trapezium. So what is a trapezium or trapezoid? It is a special quadrilateral, right, with a parallel sides. So that side and this side, we assume that they are parallel, and it has four sides, so we call this a trapezoid or trapezium. And let's say this one is height, for example, right? And by just using some geometric, how to say, rules, we can actually get the formula of this trapezium. What is it? That is A plus B over 2 times H. All right. Now, if I ask you, all right, if you are given a trapezium where A equals 5 centimeters, B is equal to 8 centimeters, and the height is equal to, for example, let's say 6 centimeters. If I ask you what is the area of this trapezium, we have to substitute these values into this formula, right? And calculate this. Actually, that is very, very important task in science. In physics, we have a lot of formula, right? And here, we are just going to practice a few problems like this. If you're given a formula, how do we evaluate the formula? By using the given variables values. All right, let's see some examples. For example, the formula for the volume V of a cuboid is V equals L times B times H, right? What is a cuboid? So a cuboid is something like this. That is our cuboid. Okay, anyway, something like this. So this side is, let's say, length, this one is breadth, and this one is height. And how do you find the volume of this? It is a base area times height. As you see here, the base is rectangle. It is B times L. The height is H. And that's why the volume of this one is, what is it? L times B times H. Okay, where L is the length, B is the breadth, and H is the height. Find the volume of the cuboid where L equals 5 centimeters, B equals 4 centimeters, H equals 3 centimeters. After we write the formula, then we can substitute the values, right? Here we have, let's say, V is equal to L times B times H. And what is the value of L? It is 5. What is the value of B? It is 4, and it is 3, which is equal to 2060 cm cube or cubic centimeters. Another example, if A equals B over C minus B, find A when B equals 5 and C equals 7. So directly we can calculate this. A is equal to, draw a line, fraction line. What is the value of B? It's given here, that is 5. And denominator C, that is 7 minus, and B, it is 5. Now, after we substitute the values, now we can just simplify. We know how to add, we know how to subtract, we know how to multiply or divide. Anyway, we know how to perform arithmetic operations on numbers, right? So here we have 5 over 7 minus 5, it is 2, or that's equal to 2.5. And it says that B, in part B, find the value of B when A equals 3 and C is equal to 10. First, let's substitute, and it becomes an equation that we have to solve for B. So here, I don't know the value of, we know the value of A. What is it? It's equal to 3. Equals on the right-hand side, here we have B. I don't know its value yet. How about C is equal to 10 minus B? We don't know. So now, after we substitute, we should just solve this equation to find the value of B. And again, on the left-hand side, we have just 3 over 1. Cross multiply 1 times B, that's equal to 3 times 10 minus B, that's equal to B. Now expand the left-hand side, 30 minus 3B is equal to B. And take minus 3B to the right-hand side. Here we have 30 equals B plus 3B, it is 4B. Now from here, what is B? Divide both sides by 4, 30 over 4. Or we can simplify this, 2 times 15, 2 times 2, that is 15 over 2. And what is 15 over 2? It is 7.5. So dot, 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 the value of B is equal to 7.5. Alekbar, is it clear?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So, Celine, are you there?
Yes.
Why your camera is off? Or you are having rest?
I'm not.
Celine, now do you have school?
Online school from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m.
Online. You don't go to school campus, right? You study at home. So when is it going to open?
I think this year it will not open, but someone tells it will open on March. But on March we have holidays because of the Nowruz, like Azerbaijani New Year, and then I think it will be over December, and that's why we will not go to school.
So until March, you will stay home and you get online.
So the holidays.
Really? I didn't know that. Here also it was closed, but we opened the schools today. I mean, everywhere today opened here. So today, the first time since March, actually it was closed in March. Today, the first time I went to the classroom and I taught to my students the whiteboards. It was so good, because physical teaching is much, much better than online teaching. But what is the advantage of teaching online? The distance is too short, right? You are in Azerbaijan, I'm here. What is the distance between you and me? Maybe more than 7,000 kilometers or 8,000 kilometers, I guess. But now with the technology, you're just 1 meter away from here. Ibrahim, hi. I can touch you, right? I can touch your nose, for example. The same. Yeah, good. Of course, sometimes if you're taking private tuition like this, it's good. But of course, sitting in front of laptop from morning till evening, and that's why Ibrahim, every time he looks so tired. Why Ibrahim again? Ibrahim, drink coffee. Look.
It's not allowed to drink coffee for kids, I think so.
If not, then drink something sweet, like maybe milk tea. Drink milk tea. What I'm drinking here is, this is not coffee. We call this latte or tetarik. If you come to, for example, Singapore or Malaysia, or even this area, everywhere, wherever you go, they offer you this milk tea. And now we will solve a problem. You will see that. And also they have prata in the morning. This prata and milk tea. It is so delicious. So at least that is, how to say, maybe better than coffee. But selling nowadays, everybody drinks coffee every day. Maybe Azerbaijan, I don't know, but here is a cold, hot country. And what is the temperature now there in Baku? Is it like 10, 15?
Degrees.
Huh?
6 degrees.
6 degrees. Oh my gosh, but here it is 30. But here the temperature is almost always the same, It never drops, actually. It's always above 25. I mean, without aircon, you cannot, how to say, you cannot stay in any closed area.
Don't you have snow?
No, it's never cold here, not snow. Even you cannot wear a jacket here. It's too hot, always hot.
It's always raining and windy outside, but never snow.
When people ask me how many seasons are there here, I tell them we have 3 seasons, It is hot, hotter, and very hot. So we don't have cold season. It's really very hot, and it's always hot. I mean, I'm wearing this shirt maybe for 1 year, that's enough. Because you don't have to buy any thick clothes or any boots, because the temperature, the seasons, always the same. That's why even you don't know that you are getting old or not. Always the same. But of course, in Azerbaijan, I think if there are 4 seasons, it's so different. Summer is different.
You don't have snow. It's
yeah, but 6 degrees, snow. That is cold. It is, at least you have to wear thick clothes, right, when you go out.
It's bad. I'm too lazy to wear clothes.
Yeah. Also, I don't like cold, but here it's really good. It's so hot, and but one disadvantage is in hot countries you sweat a lot because it's very humid. Sometimes it rains a lot, like 6 months, almost every day it rains. Because here we have rainy season and dry season. In rainy season, from May to October. Rains every day. Okay. So Salim Al Akbar Ibrahim, I know you are so busy, and I wish you have more free time and you could solve all the problems that I send you, because if you don't do tests, you know, I cannot see how you are learning, how much you are learning here. Today, Al Akbar sent me his homework. At least he tried. Now it's much better. I think he scanned with using camera scanner and saved as a one file in chapter 5. I think he's doing also chapter 6 also if possible, and try to solve. Maybe if you cannot solve all the questions, try to solve half of the questions. Okay, do one question, skip one question, do one question, skip one question at
Sir
least.
Casey, I have a question. Can you
Yes.
send the to the Google Classroom the assignment for the test 2 and test 1 so I can submit it, and also the homework number 6.
Okay. All right. Today I will send homework 6 and also homework 7. Okay, this chapter. All right, let's continue. Now, Ibrahim, are you ready to
Yes.
sleep?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So right after the class, you're gonna sleep, right?
Yeah. I always sleep.
Okay. So we will talk about construction of formula. Al Akbar, are you there?
Yeah.
Why we cannot see your face? Oh,
Okay.
you hate sleeping, but you always yawn in my class. You look so okay. Good. You should not hate sleeping. If you don't sleep, your body cannot get enough rest. So guys, let's talk about construction of formula. That is really important, because after this step, you are not going to solve equations maybe. You're going to see the problem. You have to reach, understand, construct a formula, then solve this. That is more challenging. But if you can solve these problems, if you can solve every problem, actually it helps you a lot to improve your problem solving skill. So to construct a formula, usually what do? Choose letters to represent the quantities. Usually the first letter of the word is used. For example, if you're talking about time, we use T to represent the time. If you're talking about distance, for example, the first letter of distance is D, so we use D to represent the distance. If you're talking about speed, for example, for speed, the first letter is S, we can use, what is it? S to denote that unknown. If you're talking about the area, then capital A for the area. And if you're talking about the mass or weight of something, we can use M, this kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So we'll practice a few questions after that. Oh my God, it's already time. Let's just solve this problem and I will finish the class for today. Find a formula for the sum S of any 3 consecutive even numbers. Okay, Ibrahim, Selin, Al Akbar. Now, after these were problems. I mean, you should practice, if possible, every problem. Maybe equations, you can do one and skip one. Because here, at the same time, also you improve your math vocabulary. Okay, and after all, also in the future, if you go to, for example, one university, that actually the medium of language is English, your English must be good enough. Otherwise, again, you have to go to some English courses and try to improve. Now, this is a right time for you. Try to learn as much as you can. Anyway, here we are saying 3. Consecutive means followed by another. And even, you know what is even? We have even numbers and odd numbers, right? 1, 3, 5, 7. These are odd numbers. Odd number means when you divide by 2, remainder is 1. Even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. When you divide by 2, remainder is 0. So here we are talking about these numbers, 2, 4, 6, blah, blah, blah. But it says that the sum of any three consecutive even numbers. What are these numbers? I don't know. But if I assume that the first one is n, the next one will be n plus 2, because here the difference is 2, right? And next one will be n plus 4, right? So now the sum of these numbers will be, the first one is n, second one is n plus 2, third one will be n plus 4. Now if you simplify this, n and n, it is 3n, and here we have 6. So if you just pick any consecutive number, n is the smallest one, that is a formula for the sum of three consecutive numbers. Salim Ibrahim, Alakbar, I have to stop here. I have another group to teach after you. Okay, they are waiting. So I will send you this homework. Try to do some questions until next class. We have class on Thursday, right? Okay, and
Okay.
if you have question anytime, you can actually ask through WhatsApp group or email or anyway, you like, okay? Thank you very much. Now I'm closing, okay? See you on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
You look so sleepy. My dog doesn't sleep. He is on the teen age.